Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Train for Life. Like, comment, subscribe. In the year of 2020, I've been really thinking about if I'm gonna really kick off this vlog, and then I told myself that it'll never be perfect. So no matter how hard I try to make my content or myself interesting, I just gotta be myself, you know what I mean? And no matter how hard I try to perfect everything, that's not the case. It won't happen. So I decided to just open up my YouTube channel. Aside from doing my voiceovers and my 9-to-5 job, I decided to open it up with a little bit of positivity. So I just kind of wanted to shed some light on my situation. So when I was a kid, I was a part of this program called Every 15 Minutes. Every 15 minutes, at the time that I was in high school, every 15 minutes, a person dies related to a drunk driving related accident. In California, they could be called traffic collisions. In other states, they could be called accidents. Whatever you want to use for this purpose of this video. So during this video, they took us to an actual jail, sat us down, we talked to convicts, murderers, felons, people that had DUIs, and we stayed the night over a hotel. So you were completely disbanded from your parents for a good 24 hours, and you were given a harsh reality of like what life is, you know what I mean? What life is behind bars, what life is when you have somebody telling you have to sit down, stand up, go to eat, shave, right? All the things that I took for granted as a kid, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do as well. And this was pretty serious. So when I went to this jail, it was crazy because I went to this jail, and a section of the jail was like a hospital. And in the hospital, we went to this room where they had all these, we met this doctor, and this doctor was talking to us, and he was like a fast talking guy, didn't really have time for small talk, but he was like a cool dude. So, oh wait, my camera's going out, hold on for a sec, I'll come back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My battery ran out. I charged that damn thing last night, but then it went out. But anywho, so we met this like fast talking doctor, and oh, let me fix this camera, right? So we met this fast talking doctor, and we were in this room full of like these steel slabs. So the doctor was like, I had leaned against one of the things, one of the slabs. The doctor was like, don't lean there, right? So I'm like, why? Right? Because I'm what, 17? He's like, because I did an autopsy on somebody who was a victim of violence the other day, and there still could be chemicals on this slab that I don't want to get on your body. Like, some chemicals that I work with are not supposed to be have any physical touch with the human body, unless for the reasons that I use them for. So it really tripped, it like tripped me out. So I was like, damn, this guy's the real deal. You know, I thought, you know, I always thought a doctor was a person who, at the time I was a kid, I always thought a doctor was a person who, you know, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I need a physical. Oh, I need, you know, I broke a bone. But this particular doctor was like an ER doctor, and on top of that, he did, he performed services for the dead. He would do like secondary body exams for families who felt like their kids or the missing loved one or etc. Didn't get the proper examination. So he told us this, right? It kind of tripped me out. I was like, oh man. But then he was like, the upside to this is you see where the bodies end up, but you have a chance to do something better with your life. Because he was like, everybody ends up here. He was like, it's just how do you want to end up here in the nature of how you want to live your life. So that was interesting. So then this doctor, right, still in the same program, still this doctor, he takes us over to this room, and all of a sudden I start to get this really nasty smell and taste like in my mouth. It was like a dry, like a whole bunch of trash that had been left out for like months. He opened the bag. No, I'm sorry. He opened like an ice chest, like one that you would see in the back of like a restaurant, and it was just stacked up with bodies and body bags. It was at that point, it was like a surreal experience. Let me wipe my head down. It's like 120 degrees. I'm making this video 120 degrees. And he was like, yeah, man. And then there was like a really small one. And he was like, yeah, the really small bag that you see, that belongs to like an infant. And he was like, you guys have to know how to walk your life, how to respect people, because you never know when your time is up. So after we saw this doctor, we go to the jail cell. I hear different people's stories and they talk to us about why they're in jail and don't go there. I heard this really moving story about this guy who was driving his brother, and he was drinking and driving. And when he was drinking and driving, obviously he was impaired at some point and he lost control of the vehicle, and his brother was ejected and he lost his younger brother. He survived. He got like a DUI, and he was telling us how he had to live with that every single day. And that messed me up right there, because I have a younger brother, younger sister. And the way he told the story, I guess he goes around and he was talking to people about his story. And the way that he told it, you really felt like you were there with him in the situation as it was happening. So it was a very moving experience. So the reason why I opened up my vlog with that experience is because, like, my page, what I want to do is I want to celebrate life. I want to celebrate positivity. I want to put a little bit of some stories in there, some funniness, some seriousness, some fitness. I want to do a little bit of everything. But I definitely want to experience and share my experiences with those around me, because, you know, we only really have one life to live. You don't really have a lot to lose other than being positive and being a good human being. And sometimes it takes a lot to even do that. But when you can do that, you know, you become a better person. And I've just met so many different people, from, you know, traveling to Mexico or going to Pittsburgh or going to Italy or, you know, wherever. And not everybody lives like me, you know what I mean? But I've gotten a lot of respect and gratitude, and I've been ingratiated by a lot of different people. So I wanted to kind of open up this page with that, and there'll be more to come. Obviously, it's like COVID-19. I can't really be out like I want to be out, but I definitely will be sharing some stories, some positive ones. I know this one was a little bit more of a serious story, but some positive stories, some vlogs of where I've been, just kind of my experiences eating in certain places, going places, and just more so talk about life. So once again, my Instagram is @trainforlife. Like, comment, subscribe. It's like 120 degrees out here, and I'm doing this video for you guys to kind of give you a perspective on life so that you make better decisions. And I'm not a, you know, I've made my decisions, I've made my problems, I've been a positive guy, I've been a negative guy, but whoever this touches, like, I don't care if you're like 6 to 75, I just want you to know that, like, hey man, like, you could be positive, you could be a good person, and you could definitely be trained for life, because at the end of the day, that's what you want to be. You want to be prepared for as many things as you could be prepared for, both good and bad, and you want to enjoy the experience. So like, comment, subscribe. This is my first like official vlog, and I know it's kind of like I'm under some shade, I'm behind, you know, but I definitely felt like that message needed to be shared, because at the end of the day, we all got to respect each other, respect each other's crafts, and be better human beings, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just about being cool. Like, it's not about, like, nobody wants to do silly stuff. Like, just live your life. But anyway, I'm gonna try to upload 1 to 2 videos a week, try to have different content, try to mix and match. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions for me, ask me some questions down in the comment box. I'll try to answer them if I can. If I can't, then I'll just be honest, say I can't answer them, but let me know what you need from me, and then I'll get back to you. So thank you, have a good day, stay trained up. Peace.